My English is bad. Switch.
Yeah, I know that.
All right, again, just making sure everybody has the ability to record. If not, please let me know. We've got Andre Cabello and Trent Frazier here on senior night, near triple double with Andre. Okay, so we're ready to go. We'll start off here and Anthony Pascal with Trent, and then Jeremy Werner on deck. Go ahead.
Hey, Trent, obviously you would have liked to have fans celebrate your senior night, but what has it meant to have their support on social media and in other ways over the last week and really over your career?
Oh, it's very special. Despite, like you said, not having my family here, I thought it was special, walking out with my family on Zoom. I got a chance to see them. I thought that was incredible. Obviously, walking out on that court for the last time for a home game. It was incredible to see my family, on the Zoom before the game for my senior night. So it was really special and, unforgettable moment tonight.
Hey, Jeremy Werner.
Hey,
Jeremy, you're up, and Joey Wagner. Go ahead.
yeah. Trent, it feels like we got to see a little bit of the future with the two freshman guards kind of having a bigger, role with the ball in their hands. I know we've seen it at parts tonight, but what's that future look like with those two guys after what you've seen so far?
It's incredible. Bello and Ace, those two are, one of the hardest workers on the team. They're very competitive. And I just love that, that the focus, the attention to details, these guys, they're always asking questions. Bello always, asking questions, what I can do better, do you like this pass? Everything, so their ability of wanting to learn, from veterans is incredible. And, there's no ceiling for them right now. They're just going to keep getting better every day. And, they're always going to rise to, the level of competition or task that's, in their way.
And Andre, obviously you knew you were going to have the ball in your hands more tonight. Just what was your mindset going in without Io?
I was just playing for them out there. Like I wasn't worried about anything, my near triple double, like none of that. I was just worried to get the W for my teammates, my seniors, Hayo. He was out. They were preaching like guys had to step up, and guys stepped up today, and I think that's what it's all about. And that was my mindset today, just going out there, trying to get the W for my seniors, for those, and everybody on the team, because at the end of the day, that's what matters in today's game.
Thanks.
Okay, Joey Wagner, Jim Cotter. Go ahead, Jim.
Hey, Andre, I saw after you checked out, you and Io shared a pretty big hug there before you sat down. I guess what was the message there, and what did he kind of help you with leading into this game?
I was throughout the game. I was talking with him and asking questions. Do you see something out there? I got it fixed. Do you want me to do something different? And at the end of the game, he saw the game. He saw my performance, and he was just showing love. He's I appreciate his love. Like I said, I was playing out there for my seniors, for him, and that moment was very special. Just hearing him saying those things to me, they were very special. Just coming from him, because everybody knows what he can do for us, what he's capable of. I think best player in the country, and not having having him out there, we wasn't worried. We knew we would, we have guys to step up, and that moment was definitely very special. Just knowing he trusts me, he likes the way I play, and just like he does that with me, I do that with him too. I try to keep him motivated. I try to show love to him all the time too. But definitely a very, very special moment, and I was just very happy we got a W for our seniors and IO.
And then for Trent, do you remember when and how it was clear to you guys that he was going to be out tonight, and how do you feel like you guys responded?
Um, we knew today. We knew before. Obviously. We just We had our guy down. That's what it was. We have multiple guys on this team that can go for a big night. We were not worried one bit. We all just stayed, focused on Nebraska and didn't, get carried away, with, worrying about, having our guy down. We just went out there, like Bello said, play for the seniors, play for IO, just play hard. That's what it was all about. And we just stayed, with the plan, and the mindset of just going out there playing hard for 40 minutes and just take care of the business.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, Jim Cotter, you're up. Brandon Simberg on deck. Go ahead, Jim.
Hey, Andre. I know you ran the floor pretty well tonight in Io's absence. Towards the end of the game, did you know you were getting close to that triple double? Because it seemed like you were trying to, force passes. Did you know? And was that what you were trying to do?
Yeah, yeah, I knew. Coaches were telling me. Some of my teammates were telling me as well. But I knew we had the game already, so I was just trying to get guys going. Tyler came in, everybody came in. So, and that's how I play. I try to lift everybody up. Um, obviously was trying to get it done, but it didn't happen. I wasn't worried about it. I was just, that long pass to Trent, threw it too hard, but he was wide open. I was just trying to find guys and keep lifting them up because that's what I do and that's what I like to do at the end of the day. Just lift everybody up, get people shots, especially guys that come in and especially guys that don't play a lot. When they come in, I was just trying to get them going, but it didn't happen. I'm not upset about that. I'm just really glad we got the W and we sent out our seniors the right way, the way they deserve.
Thanks, Andre.
Sure.
Hey, Brandon Simberg, you're up. Derek Piper on deck.
Hey, Andre, with Io out tonight, were you surprised that Adam played as well as he did, or is this something that you expected?
I expect a lot from Adam every single day. I expect Adam to play good every single day. He's that kind of guy. He works really hard. Like Trent said, had a great night today. I think he helped us a lot, stepped up. I think everybody stepped up. But going back to Adam, like really, really good kid, works extremely hard. And, having every time when we have our team, obviously it's going to be a little more quiet just because all the guys, all the guys are experienced and then they're going to get shots down the road. But, I think it was a good test for us today. We didn't have him, but we've been saying here, that didn't matter. And we was just focusing and sticking to details, scouting report details, game plan details. And I think we was just extremely locked in. And I think everybody had a great game. And Adam just, had a hell of a night. And I know he's capable of doing that every day. And, I expect it from him every night.
And then Trent, I want to know about your perspective on the Jacob Grandison alley-oop. Did you know he could get up like that? What did you kind of see from your vantage point, if you remember?
We see it in practice almost every day. We know he can jump like that. He does windmills all the time after practice. So we're all very aware he can, put his head over the rim.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, Derek Piper, you're up. Scott Ritchie on deck.
Got a question for Andre, kind of playing off of the conversation maybe between you and Adam. Was it any different today, knowing just how big it was for you guys to step up, or maybe with the coaches?
I every time before every game, I kind of tell him have a night, kid. He's not that kind of guy that needs a lot of motivation. If that makes sense. So as soon as the anthem is over, I walk, right across from him, right in front of him, and I tell him have a night, kid. Just because I believe in him, and I think everybody does on the team believes in him. And we just got to continue to practice hard, work hard, because he can help us a lot. And we saw it today. We've seen it before too. But we don't really, I don't, like I said, he's not that kind of kid that needs a lot of motivation. He already has that on him. And all I said to him is just have a night, kid. And, I'm always here for you if you ever need anything, talk it out during the game, whatever. So just really proud of him. He really showed up today, and really happy he had a great performance.
I have one for Trent. Just what were the emotions like knowing it was the last game for you potentially at the State Farm Center, and what was it like being out there and then walking off the floor afterwards?
Um, it was bittersweet, just knowing, how hard the coaching staff, and guys that's been here since day one worked, to get to this point, is special. Especially, with Monte being here with him since day one, being able, to stick through it. It's very special. My mindset was out there tonight. Is just, going out there, just having fun with guys. Obviously, the ball wasn't going in for me, but I enjoyed a lot just playing around. With my guys tonight. They played hard. Guys stepping up. And that's what it's all about. And it's very important. We just continue to just play hard and just get W's, and that's what it's all about. But other than that, it was special tonight. The love and support. My teammates gave us. Sending us off the right way. It was very special.
Thanks, guys.
And we'll wrap up with Scott Ritchie. Go ahead, Scott.
Hey, Trent, Nebraska kind of did what every team has done, just trying to be really physical with Kofi. How big was his second half where maybe he just, kind of kept his cool and, got to the free throw line, got those points in the paint too?
Um, Very crucial. He has those spurts every game. I think the biggest thing is us trying to, we try to get him going the second half. We try to get it in there to him a lot. And that's what we did. He's, a very important piece to this team. So, when that ball is going in there, it's hard, to guard him. And then when the guys are collapsing, it opens up, the outside for, our good shooters to make open shots. But he was very crucial for tonight, and he was very important, for this team tonight to get us win.
And for Andre, he had a career high, in rebounds. How much have you been on the end of those conversations from the coaching staff about the guards kind of getting in there and doing that?
They've been on our tail a lot lately. Just because we know every time we guards rebound, is a good thing. At 12, everybody was rebounding. I think, you know, it's very important just because if guard gets it, we can get out in transition quicker. Uh, Pitch aheads and get into our break faster. And it was very important. I think rebounding is very, very, very important for us as guards. Stick our nose, in there. It doesn't matter. I was just trying to do anything possible to help the team win. But going forward, we got to continue to do that. It can be a night 12 or it's 10, whatever, and then another night three rebounds. You got to be consistent, and we're definitely working on that on practice every single day, because like I said, going forward, it's going to be very key, like really, really important key to the victory. And we just got to continue to improve, get back to work, practice, and go do it again on Saturday.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, go ahead, Rob.
Trent, is there anybody, I'm going to put you on the spot. Is there anybody that you want to thank, from Ish Gomez to Randy Ballard to a favorite professor that might not get attention for helping you through 4 years of college?
My family, their love and support is unconditional. Obviously, me being away from home, they supported me through this journey since day one. Obviously, my coaching staff, my mentors, my teammates. That's my second family up here. So I appreciate them more than ever. Their love and support has been incredible. And our bond, and we've created many memories together that'll last forever. So especially to have a second family up here like that. So
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
shout out B Russ, man.
So while we have a minute here, I do want to thank everybody on here for, this has been a long football and basketball season, and everybody, appreciate everybody's cooperation in terms of being responsible for they come to the games. If you weren't feeling well or whatever, those type of things, kind of checking yourself and thinking of others around you. Cause it was, we didn't know if we'd get here when we started back in the football season back in October and then basketball in November. So thanks to all you guys for working together and making sure we could get through this and putting up with the Zoom calls and those type of things. So just appreciate you guys, everybody on this call that's been here all season long on that part of it. So wish we were all down here in the media room. It's a lot more fun when everybody's in here after these games, when a lot of energy in this room. So hopefully next year we'll be back in here.
We ready? Well, it's senior nights are always a very emotional nights, and this one was no different. It's my only disappointment tonight is there's not 15,500 fans here which happen to be the best fans in America, which we're not here to celebrate. All those fans and all the Illini around the world that follow us have been a part of seeing the growth of Trent, DeMonte, Zach. They know the ups and downs of what we've been through building this program. And as a coach, man, that's why I do this. These are the proud moments that you have. And we're a long way from being over. But knowing that those guys won't be out here again is pretty emotional. They're the foundation of everything that we've built here. You know, I talked to the team about Trent Frazier, and all he could do was for the last 2 days is want to guard Teddy Allen, one of the premier offensive players in this league. And you know, when I think about Trent coming in as a freshman, I'm not sure he could guard a statue. And you know, and now here he is, one of the elite defenders in the country, and that speaks volumes, I hope, to our freshmen and to what the culture of our program is. It's a great example for the two young guys who played great tonight, in Adam Miller and Andre Curbelo. You couldn't be happier for Zach. DeMonte, 4 steals, 7 rebounds, does what he always does, is find a way to fill a stat sheet and impact a game. And you know, he's going to be one of the top 3 or 4 3-point shooters in the country. And you know, to think about a guy who went so long and didn't make a 3, and to see his growth. And so I'm excited for all of those guys. And it took us a little while to kick the rust off tonight, in terms of the subtle changes. You know, we run a lot of offense, through IO, and having such a quick turn was challenging. All we did yesterday was really walk through. But we're going to have another quick turn I think we play in 30 hours in Madison. You know, that's you know, what the league has given us, so it's what we have to do. But you know, trying to get our guys dialed in offensively and some kind of new roles. Adam Miller, incredible first half. I think everybody could see what he's going to be able to do when he has to step into into that role. And then Corbello almost a triple double. So it was great. Jacob Grandison was terrific. And I thought all around it was a great team effort tonight.
Okay, we'll start off with Shannon Ryan, Jeremy Werner on deck, Andy Olson in the hole. Go ahead, Shannon.
Yeah, Brad. Can you tell us what is Io's prognosis and what you expect? What do you know more?
I'll leave that all up to the doctors. I'm not, there's obviously more issues than that happened from the incident. And we'll leave all that to the doctors. We're not going to do anything to jeopardize that young man's career. He's the National Player of the Year. He didn't get to play his last game tonight in State Farm Center. That I'm really sad for. His jersey should hang in these rafters someday. And, we'll do everything we can to expedite that process, but we will never jeopardize his health and well-being. And there's some other issues that have to be dealt with that we'll continue to keep private.
Okay, can you say, I mean, so it sounds like it's something beyond just pain or swelling, maybe?
You guys can assume that all you want. I mean, I'm not like Shannon, I'm not going to get into his injuries and they're, when they involve the head and the face and all that, it's sensitive.
Okay, and just last thing from me is, he's definitely an outspoken leader on your team. I think guys look to. Were there things he said before the game, just to maybe take some of the burden off players, or having to step up in his role? Were there certain things that stood out to you that I said before, or some of the guys were talking about even the stuff he was saying during the game?
Well, he wasn't around it all day yesterday. I mean, he was receiving medical attention and saw multiple doctors yesterday. So he wasn't even around at practice at all, and was around sparingly today. But anytime Io's presence is in the locker room, it is going to be impactful, and everybody trusts what he says. And I think he was a little bit subdued on the bench. Obviously, there's a lot of reasons for that, but he's impactful when he says stuff. And I did get a laugh out of him on the bench when I got on an official, but that was about as much emotion as we got out of Io tonight.
Thank you.
Hey, Jeremy, you're up. Andy Olson on deck. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Hey, Brad, you kind of alluded to it, but we saw a little glimpse of the future with Andre and Adam with the ball in their hands a little bit more. What did you see out of them that not only for the short term, but the long term portends for you guys?
Really good basketball. I mean, really good basketball. We knew what we had when we signed those two, and they're elite players. When Io was in a position to come back, what better two guys to have learning from him and Trent. We saw that firsthand what Ace is capable of tonight in the first half. A lot of those same things that we've done for and put Io in will become things that we do with him next year. And you get all those, and it's nice to see because now he's continued to grow in those areas. And the one thing I love about Ace is he is patient. He is hardworking. I keep saying he's a great listener. He's becoming a very good defender. And and then it's the same with Corbello. And almost have a triple double tonight. And we see his impact. On both ends of the court. He's an elite rebounder. So I couldn't be happier with those two and the job that they did tonight.
And it's obvious all year you've been frustrated with how Kofi is called, but how has he responded, especially the last couple games where he's obviously taken a lot of shots here?
Yeah, all I can do is try to keep him calm. I think his technical tonight was probably a level of frustration that was a carryover from the last game. And Kofi doesn't do that. That's not Kofi. That's when I know that there's tremendous, frustration on his part. He's the most abused player in college basketball. It's not even close. And we go through this thing every day, and we look at stuff, and because he doesn't flop, because he doesn't wail away with his arms and fall down. My goodness, Miles Dredd dislocated his shoulder taking a swing at him, and Kobe never flinched. And there becomes a level of frustration, and so I'm going to fight for him. I'm going to continue to do that, and he can't be refereed differently because he's 300 pounds, and bench presses 450, and squats the building. So. He's a terrific player. He's a better young man, and we saw a little bit of his frustration tonight mount up, and that's not Kofi. That's not Kofi's personality. He's a kind-hearted, gentle kid.
Thanks, Brad.
Hey, Andy Olson, you're up. Wagner on deck. Go ahead, Andy.
Brad, to piggyback off that, after that tech, it seemed like Kofi seemed to turn it on a bit. What did you see from your perspective that he changed, that he was able to go and attack the rim in the second half?
Well, we did a better job of getting him the ball. First of all, we missed him a few times early, and again, I mean that's Kofi's mo. Kofi's there. There's not a lot of finesse in Kofi. Kofi does everything with a tenacity. He's aggressive. You could ask the guys that he has to practice against every day, with cracked ribs, with broken teeth, with everything else. And that's just Kofi. And they're not fouls. But we did a better job of getting them the ball in the second half, and we'll continue to do that. And I was obviously doing backflips to see him go make his last 8 free throws.
All right, thanks.
Hey, Joey Wagner, you're up. Gavin Good on deck.
Hey, Brad, to follow up about Io, you said he was away from the team yesterday. Can you give a timeline on when you kind of knew that you guys were going to be without him?
Well, I think we were fairly confident of that after the game. We didn't know anything definitive until our return from East Lansing the next day. And when you get home in the middle of the morning, you're not gonna have the ability to see people. So as the day progressed and the appointments, and the scans and the MRIs and everything else happened, we were became a little more clued in as to what was actually going on.
And have you been in contact or heard from the league about anything more with the play that I assume it was that he got hurt on?
Well, it was that play. I have no idea. I can't concern myself with the league. I'll be very honest. I'm going to leave that to Josh. A precedent was set last year, in my opinion, with flagrant twos. I think they all get reviewed. They all go to, I don't know, some committee or somebody. I don't even know the process, because last year when Allen got suspended for his flagrant two, I didn't receive a call from anybody. It was 3 or 4 days before that happened. Obviously, with the league schedule that's going on right now, Michigan State, I think, is playing. So I don't know if anything had even been ruled on today, but flagrant twos do go to a committee. So that'll be the league office, and I'm not going to comment any more about it because I've got no say in it.
Okay, Gavin Good, you're up, and Robert Rosenthal on deck. Go ahead, Gavin.
Hey, Brad, you got a pretty good performance from Jacob Grandison tonight. It seems like he's starting to make a living off putbacks. How big of a factor is he on the boards for you guys, especially without Io, who usually goes for rebounds pretty well? Man,
he's elite. He is elite. You guys are seeing what we saw last year all the time in practice, and that stuff that wins NCAA tournament games is some nights when that ball doesn't go in and you crash the glass and you get offensive rebounds, and he is so fast, and his tenacity is great, and I loved it. I'm excited as heck to see that continue, and he was terrific tonight.
Okay, Robert, you're up. Derek Piper on deck.
Yeah, Coach, concerning Io, I'm just curious if you have heard from Michigan State after the news came out. Have you heard from Tom Izzo anything from that end?
Yes.
And can you share anything of what they talked about?
No.
That's all I got.
Okay, Derek, you're up, and Scott Ritchie on deck.
Hey, Coach, Adam has experience of stepping up when Io's no longer there in uniform. I know this is just temporary, but was there anything that you noticed out of him that was different? Did you have to say anything to him, or what kind of led to his more aggressive mentality?
I think he knew, good players know, and the one thing about Adam is, you don't have to say a lot. He's got great instincts. He's got great feel. I came out early. It's one of the great things about, what I say about the only great thing about not having fans is I come out before the game and I can watch our guys and 90 minutes, 100 minutes before the game, Ace is in there. And I mean, he's got a full lather up and he's going and the juices are flowing. You see his bounce and his energy. There was no need to have to say anything.
Obviously, you'd like to have Io out there. Is there any hope that the way this team might get stressed without him, that it makes the team as a whole better when he comes back?
That's our plan. We can't control, Derek, that we're playing 5 of 6 on the road to end the season. We can't control that we're going to play again in 30 hours. We have been absolutely 100%. If you want to find the definition of how to handle COVID, this team has done it. Knock on wood. We haven't had a positive test since August. We set tests during regular season healthy. We set another segment 6 days healthy and didn't play games because of games that were canceled and moved. And we're going to do exactly what the league asks us to do. There's a character issue in this, in my opinion. We're all part of a league. We're all part of something that is a 100-year pandemic, and we're going to take the high road, and yeah, we're a man down, and we're going to fight like hell. And I'm proud of the guys in the locker room because they've been nothing but incredible. And the fact that we got to go on the road and play 5 of 6 and turn around and play in 30 hours when the team we're playing's been off a week. So what? Bring it on.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, Scott Ritchie, you're up. Brandon Simberg on deck.
Brad, you mentioned kind of just in the early going of this game, the guys maybe trying to settle into some different roles. Was there a moment when you felt like maybe they hit that and you were able to just kind of play a little more freely?
Yeah, we had 3 or 4 or 5 back-to-back possessions where we just moved the ball. Our ball movement was incredible. We had 7, 8, 9 passes. And I thought early on, and we tried to get the ball to Georgie a couple times and kind of fumbled it. We were just out of sync. We were out of rhythm. Georgie doesn't ever drop those. But I thought we settled in there. You get some different lineups out there. I look out there and one time and I think I had Trent out and I had Bello and Jake and DeMonte. And, I've never told DeMonte to get back on defense. He's always to go rebound, and I'm having to tell him to get back. And, it's just little things like that, that were a little bit off, but boy, we settled down with some great offensive possessions. And then defensively, I thought we fought. We were terrific in the first half, I thought.
Then, what did it maybe mean to get Zach, his first career start, on senior night?
It's everything. That's everything. Zach would be playing minutes for us had he not had 2 straight years of stress fractures. People don't realize he is invaluable on the scout team. He's a straight A student, as dedicated in the weight room and as hardworking as anybody. And man, I wouldn't be doing my job as a coach to show him the respect that he deserves if I didn't put him in the starting lineup. And he actually just got cleared, so he's been in practice, but he hasn't been cleared for games. And so, man, it was an honor for me to be able to do that.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to skip Brandon and go to Brett Behrens and Matt Stevens on deck. Go ahead, Brett.
Brad, you've been a pretty good road team overall this year. You're not coming back home again till you're done this season. How confident do you feel in your team performing well on the road for what you've seen out of him so far this season away from State Farm Center.
That's what we try to be built for, is road wins. And is it ideal to end the season with 5 of 6 on the road? No. Guess what? It is what it is. And I know how we practice. I know the culture we preach. You know, we keep talking about having to win on the road and win ugly sometimes. And you know what? We're gonna be tested. We're gonna be better for it. And you know, it's no doubt it's 3 great opponents. Wisconsin's the next one, and we're just going to take them one at a time, and we're going to go fight like heck and play our hearts out.
Thanks.
Okay, Matt Stevens, you're up, and then Rob.
Brad, you've just been pressing with the team all year about, you know, having to play through things and play through shots not falling. You just scored 86 points on a night where you went 4 of 23 from 3. So is this kind of showcasing what kind of offensive efficiency you guys can have no matter what kind of game you're kind of having?
I hope so. And you know, I mean, I liked our tempo. Nebraska's a team that likes to get up and down as well. And you know, the thing I liked was the shots we missed were pretty good shots. And you know, so I felt great at half. I mean, I don't know, we're up 8 or 10, and we got great shots, and you know, then we just kind of continued that in the second half. So absolutely, we found a way with Jake on the glass, and you know, we got out in transition a little bit, and you know, Jake ran his tail off. DeMonte threw a great lob. That's always good to see, is getting easy baskets like that.
Thanks, Brad.
Okay, Rob, go ahead.
Brad, we figured out by now that you're a tough guy with a soft heart. So I wonder how these last 24 hours between Tyler's last appearance and IO and just everything you've had to deal with, how are you holding up?
Well, I've got a great staff, you know, and I've had multiple conversations with Josh on a variety of different issues. You're dealing with doctors, you're dealing with trainers, you're dealing with parents, you're dealing with family. You know, all those things make it a little more difficult. But when you've got a great staff who does their job, you know, I haven't slept very much, to be very honest. I didn't sleep at all after the Michigan State game, not a wink. And probably will not sleep tonight, knowing we've got a game in 30 hours to prepare for. The good thing is we've seen Wisconsin. So, you know, I'm doing fine. I appreciate it. We're going to get through it, because I am a tough son of a bitch. And if anybody wants to doubt that, they can ask my wife. So we'll get through it, and we'll be better for it. And we're going to come out fighting on Saturday.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay, that's the last question. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Brad.
How about that one, Josh?